Today's recipe is a quintessential Thai classic. It's a dessert, nutty, creamy, and best for any season. Tub Tim Krob. Let's begin. Well, Tub Tim Krob is a Thai dessert, like I said. It has water chestnuts, it has coconut, it has rose, and it has tapioca flour. Now, these are, of course, the four main ingredients of this dessert. And Tub Tim Krob literally translates to jellied or rubied chestnuts. Now, the whole idea is to convert the chestnuts, which of course are canned in this case. Canned are the most preferred actually. And you cut these into little dices, like so. Now, ideally, this is jellied rubies, but you can actually make this in any color. You can make this yellow, you can make this green, you can make this blue. You can choose all your favorite food colors, natural of course, and put them to use. If you can get your hands on butterfly blue peas, you can of course take the extract of that and also tin this nice and blue. So choice is completely yours, but for now, we'll go with the classic, which is red rubies. Let's transfer all of these in a deep bowl. The idea is now to bring in that glorious red pink ruby color. Let's add in rose syrup. Well, this of course not only brings in that color, which is nice and vibrant, but also flavors this beautifully with of course the essence of rose. Let's mix this well. And to this, I'm adding in tapioca flour. Now this of course will coat it beautifully well, and then once you boil this in rolling water, which of course is the next step, let me turn the flame on. The water has to be rolling and boiling, and that's when you drop in these beautiful water chestnuts. What happens with this is initially you'll see that there's a whole powder coating on top of the water chestnut. But immediately when you drop it in water, after cooking it for like a minute or so, it'll all convert. The starch will convert into gelatin, and that's how it gets that beautiful jelly-like exterior, and the water chestnut remains nutty and crisp within. Once the water comes to a roll boil, we'll drop in these lovely water chestnuts in water. Try to separate all of this while adding it, because otherwise this will all just clog up and become like this whole one ball of jelly, which is not the most appreciated way to do this. After boiling this on high flame for say 2 minutes, we pick this up gently like so and drop this in a basin of cold water, or rather iced water. Once all of this settles in ice water, this can actually stay overnight. You can keep this till your guests arrive. The whole idea and beauty of this dessert is that it needs to be assembled right in front of your guests. Well, I've just come back from Thailand, and trust me, it's an absolute food paradise. One of the most amazing destinations, especially for food. Now, let's assemble. First thing that goes in a bowl, you can serve this in a glass, a martini glass, a shot glass, a bowl which is slightly wider. Choice is completely yours. Let's top this up. And like I said, you can actually build this up and make this in different colors the way you like. Now, there are two ways you can actually introduce coconut milk in this recipe. One is you can of course take coconut milk, you can add in sugar, you can boil this, cool this down completely, and then put that to use. The whole idea is to ensure this is nice and chilled. The second method is the one that I have seen personally in Thailand, and that is making a sugar syrup, adding it into the water chestnuts like so, and then eventually topping this up with unsweetened coconut milk. To this, coconut milk, which is the fresh extract, of course, of coconut. Now, I'm filling this glass 3/4 because another ingredient that is very important in this recipe especially is crushed ice. Now, this recipe is incomplete without ice. Let's add that in like so. Topping this up with some more chestnut so that it's nice and pink, even right there at the top, with some fresh jackfruit. Well, this could be completely optional, but trust me, this also adds a wonderful nuance of flavor in this dessert. Last but not the least, a sprig of mint. typical, traditional, yet exotic Thai dessert, Tub Tim Krob, is done and ready. Make this for family, make this for friends, and see how they smile back at you. This is me, the Bombay Chef Varun Inamdar, signing off. Bye for now.